everyone, and welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I will teach you how to use inexpensive items like this $5 two-tiered decorative tray from Dollar Tree and turn it into something really beautiful. Most of the items that I use do come from Dollar Tree, the Goodwill, and Amazon. And I always list and link the things I used in my DIYs in the description below. Also check out my Amazon storefront to find all of the other things that I use on a regular basis. Okay, so let's get started. Again, we are going to use this tray. I think it's a really nice two-tier tray for $5, but I think it'd be even nicer pair it up with something else that I used in a previous DIY. Dollar Tree also has these $5 Lazy Susans. Really, it's a really nice board. And I'll leave a link below to the previous DIY. It turned out really beautiful. This is what it looks like on the bottom. We can go ahead and remove these stickers. I even like a little bit of black felt that's on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these stickers as well. Because I'm going to glam this up, I'm going to spray paint the silver. Now, I'm not going to concentrate so much on this because I'm going to cover it. So I'll just go along the edge and right inside here. Now, let me show you this. Now, as for this, comes with this piece here. This piece goes on the bottom, right here. Comes in with the little thing to keep the moisture away. And these are the other two pieces. Now again, this is going to be a three-tier tray. You can also follow this DIY and make a two-tier tray. You don't have to get the Lazy Susan, but I like the Lazy Susan because it's going to make this tray spin. Now I'm going to do the same thing with these. I'm going to cover the inside. So I'm mostly going to concentrate on spray painting the outside and just inside in here too on both pieces. Because I want to make this a three-tier tray, I want this gone. So I'm going to take a hammer and knock those pieces off. Again, I'll go ahead and spray all three pieces and then come back. I forgot to mention I'll be spray painting these back. I have all three pieces painted. This is the top tier. I have it painted on the bottom as well. The second. And the Lazy Susan being my third. No need to paint that. And here are the metal pieces. And I forgot to show you how I tape this. So just tape that off before you paint it. You don't want paint on your threads. Rather than use a mirror and add more weight, I'm just going to use this faux mirror round tray from Dollar Tree. It's just barely big enough, so I'm just going to cut this inside circle out. And then I'll just go around. Now, as you can see, it's not big enough, which I knew it wouldn't be. But if you want something bigger, you can order it online, and I can leave a link to the size that you need. So what I'm going to do now is just cut it even closer all the way around on this line. I want a perfect circle. So here's what it looks like. It's almost like a perfect circle, and eventually I'm going to glue this down. But before we glue that down, I want to go ahead and address the other two pieces. Here I have an oval tray. Same thing, faux mirror finish. For some reason, it was hard to find the round ones. Initially, I found two of these. I knew this one would not work for the large base. I checked several different Dollar Trees and finally found two of the round ones. I only purchased one. Now, for the next two trays, I'm going to use one each tray. So what you would need to do is find something this size and trace it. You want the inside circle. Find something that size or measure, and then you could take like, what do you call those things? The little thing that you can make the circle. I don't have that. You can use one of those, but luckily I had something that fit. I think I had a plate. So once I found the plate that fit the inside, I went ahead and traced it onto a piece of poster board and then cut it out. Go ahead and take that back out. So now I'm just going to trace this onto here and then cut it out. I'm going to add some tape to hold it down. This is just going to help it stick better when I trace it. Pencil, and I'm just going to trace around it. Again, do the same thing, cut it out. There's no need for me to show that. So I'm going to cut this out and then remove the sticker and come back. Okay guys, so I'm back and I'm done cutting my piece. And it fits perfectly down in here, just like so. Okay, Here's the template for my second largest piece. I went ahead and cut this one as well, like that. And then you guys know I have the third one. So what I'm going to do now is put all these aside. I'm going to take all three pieces and spray the top with the spray adhesive. I'm going to use my respirator mask because this is really strong. So I'm going to do one at a time and affix the mirror on top and then move on to the next step. So I'm back with this. Now, what I want to do with this one, I have two of these candle holders left over from Dollar Tree. You can use whatever candle holder you want. You can use a wood pillar, anything that you want as far as the centerpiece. So what I want to do now is find the center. Okay guys, so unfortunately I thought I was recording but my camera died. Okay, so what I did, I took some of these small diamonds from Dollar Tree and I put them under here, like under this part. But I put glue here first and trapped them under there, just to give it a little bit more interest, okay? And I used Gorilla Glue to glue it down. Put some glue around the top here. And now I'm gonna put this on top of here. I'm gonna line up the design. Now I'm going to allow this to dry for 24 hours. Okay guys, so moving back to our two trays like this, we need to make this hole. Normally I would use my wood burning tool, which I call my heating tool, but I'm going to try this glue gun. It may not work. Let's see. See, it made a little indentation, that mark there. So I'm just gonna go right on top of that. Press down. And now I'm going to take my utility knife and clean it up. Now, off camera, I went ahead and added some mirror towel around the inside, but not all the way around. I'm going to use some of these Dollar Tree mirror towels, and I'm just going to cut it one row at a time. Now I'll take some of the larger mirror towels, and these are 10 by 10 millimeter. Do the same thing, cut it off one row at a time. Now this can be a little bit tricky. We're gonna put it right up here. So what you wanna do is just go around the edge. And once you start doing that, in the curve, you will have some open spaces like that, and that's okay. Whenever you purchase anything with mirror towels, you're gonna have like open spaces like that. And now I have a little bit of an open space. So what I'm going to do is take two of my smaller 5 by 5 millimeter towels and put them in that space. So now we have this. Now off camera, I went ahead and did the same exact thing to the medium-sized tray. So now we have these. Now we need to trim the outside. Now you can use anything that you want on the outside. You can use more mirror towels, you can use some bling from Dollar Tree, whatever you want. As for me, I'm going to use this left over from my cake stand. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. I'll link it up here, look up. Okay, so yeah, it turned out beautiful. I think it's my best cake stand ever. But yeah, I have these left over from that project, so I'm gonna use it on my 3-tier tray. Now, because of the width of this, I'm gonna have to cut it here. There's a double row here and a double row here. So I'm going to have to cut it on each side of that double row. Go on this side. And whatever I have left over, I'll keep it for another project. There's a protective film on here, So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. And once you do, it blings like crazy. Go ahead and take the back off. And the back is really sticky. You do not need to add any extra adhesive. So now I'm just gonna lay it right here and put it on. Try to keep it even all the way around. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like all the way around. And of course I have the top tier as well. Okay, now as far as these pieces, you could actually bling these up. I might put some mirror towel around them, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and put it together and then figure it out. So what I wanna do now is go ahead and put this piece under the bottom. Well, you know, before I do that, I'm going to add some glue. Let's add glue to this, because once I glue this on top of the candle holder, it's going to be permanent. So let's add some glue to this. So I'm going to take some of my Gorilla Glue and put it inside here. And I'm going to put some on this thread as well. Get that as tight as you can. Okay. Now it's wobbling because I knocked those feet off. So what you can do is take like some tower blocks. Let me grab 3 tower blocks. So I'm going to take some tower blocks, put it under the base so it will sit flush like that. Because remember, we have that bolt under there. When I attach it to the base, there's space inside the candle holder that the bolt will drop down into so it won't wobble. I'll be able to glue the candle holder directly to this base. So I'm going to allow this to dry overnight and then come back. Okay guys, so it's the next day and back to the base. I went ahead and started trimming this out, and for this piece I'm using a thinner piece. So all I need to do is just match this up and then put this on. For this part of our tray, because we have mirror towels on the other one, I want to add mirror towels here too. So I'm going to take a pack of the 5mm, cut one row off, and then go around the inside. Okay guys, so I'm done putting 3 rows of tile of the 5mm all the way around. Now I'm going to take 1 row of the 10mm and go all the way around, and that's going to tie it in with the look of the first 2 tiers. Okay, so now we are done with our base as far as decorating it. Okay guys, so as for the top tiers, on the post I went ahead and added some mirror towel just to glam it up even more. Now I'll go ahead and glue both pieces together. Again, remember I said that we had that bolt. This space right here allows it to go down so it's not interfering with anything. So I'm going to take my Gorilla Glue and put it on the base. Now this is going to be a little tricky trying to find the center. Okay, now press down. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to allow this to set up another 24 hours and then come back and decorate the finish. Okay guys, so for this loop here, I want to discourage anyone from trying to lift this or hold it from the top. And not only that, I want to make it more decorative. So this is what I'm going to do. I have these 2 mirrors that I'm going to glue on each side. And then I think I want to dress it up with the flower. Here I have a mold with some flowers in it. I'm thinking this rose here. So I'm going to fill it up with some UV resin and then cure it with my UV lamp. And I'm going to do that 2 times. And I'm gonna put one on each side of my finial. So I have my lamp. Here is the UV resin that I'm using. I'm just going to fill this up. And now I'll turn my lamp on for 3 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and glue these onto my finial. Use some extra adhesive to glue the mirrors onto the finial, and then I put one roll of mirror towels around the finial. Next, I put more UV resin on the mirror, attach my rose, and then use my UV lamp to set it in place. I repeated these steps on the other side of the finial, and I was done. And finally, I present to you my 3-tiered spinning tray. Or do we call it a 3-tiered Lazy Susan? Comment what you prefer to call it below. No matter what we decide to call it, I can see it being used in many ways. It can be used during the holidays and special occasions, to serve snacks, desserts, or even to hold party favors. And as you see here, it can also be used to display decor. Comment your thoughts on this DIY below. Okay everyone, this concludes my video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's absolutely free. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.